Okay, so it is the end of the 11th century. Europe is predominantly Christian. The Vikings have settled in the south of France, in the territory later known as Normandy. And from there, soon enough, they're going to raid England and fight the famous Battle of Hastings. But what we're going to talk about is a certain synod in Clermont in France in the year 1095. There, the Pope says, Christianity is in danger, the Muslims are advancing, it's time to defend Europe against Islam, it's time to fight against the Saracens. And these Normans, I told you about before, the descendants of the Vikings, the first people come and they say, we will take the cross, we will come, we will fight, and we will conquer. And that's how the first crusade starts. Okay, in order to go on a crusade, I must get dressed up like a crusader. So, the weapons and tactics are slowly changing. The protective armor is also slowly changing. The gambeson, as you see, is much longer than the one before. I'm going to try to put it on. This is also a time when a regular warrior becomes a knight. A knight was a man of noble birth, a man who rode a horse, because this made him faster, this made him an equivalent of today's tanks on the battlefield. A heavily armored man on horseback was able to make much more damage than a regular footman. So, I'm going to put on my brand new chainmail, which is much longer than the one you've seen before. And for this purpose, I shall need my noble squire. Where the hell is he? Where have you been?
I brought you a stallion, sire. Whatever.
The chainmail, as you can see, is much longer. It's got long sleeves. It's going to reach down all the way to my knees. This one is a little bit more heavy, and I'll try to put it on, see how it works on me. And as you can see, this is slashed here. This enables me to sit on horseback comfortably. Put it on. Shit. Metal Mike. I'm sick of this crusade. I want to go home. This was one of the reasons the guys later on started preferring plate armor, because it was much easier to put on.
It's very used chainmail.
Yes,
I see.
I've had it on for a few times and it's battle worn.
Akcja.
The very fact that this helmet is made of one piece of steel shows how much the smiths have improved their craft. You don't need 4 elements any longer. This is one. That's it's much harder to break, much harder to crack, much more expensive. So I'm a poor knight, so I'll use my old one. And what's more, the shield. Now this is something that I might call an evolution. No longer the round shield. This one is the so-called kite shield because it looks a bit like a kite. It's long, it covers my whole foot, my whole leg. If I sit on horseback, it's going to cover me pretty well. So this is the type of shield which is going to be used for the next, say, 150 years before it changes. And as for now, I guess I'm ready to go. So, God will this, Deus vult!
You don't like this stallion, huh? Normandy!